This is a weird one because I could have sworn this was supposed to come out last spring, but now we have two Guy Ritchie movies coming out in the next 2 months. Chase Liaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Operation Fortune Ruse de guerre? Gruar? I don't know. Is that French? I couldn't tell you because I'm not that smart. Anyway, what's this movie about? Pretty simple premise, actually. We are in the UK, and the UK has a special organization where they just have some, I want to say they're off the books, but they're employed by the government to just do jobs that no official people would do. Now, this one, they just got to find this briefcase. They don't know what's in it, but they just got to figure out, people are willing to kill a lot of people for it. People are willing to spend billions on it. So we got to figure out what the hell this thing is. So, did I like this film? Bias alert, I am a huge Guy Ritchie fan. I don't think there's a single movie that I could say I did bad with. That's a lie. The one he did with Madonna, that was bad. See, I'm a sucker. I even liked his King Arthur. I like Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, Aladdin. Like I said, I am a sucker for when he does a film. I'm probably going to like it. And with him, with Jason Statham, heck to the motherfucking yes. Of course, is there cliches in this movie? Yes. Is it a little toned down for what it could be a little bit more extreme? Absolutely. Also, there are also just inconsistent gun stuff like I talked about in my Shotgun Wedding review. So let's talk about the positives of the film. It is a breezy 2-hour movie. I mean, there is laughable dialogue in a good way, especially there's a scene where someone quote-unquote commits suicide with Jason Statham or falls off something. And that was pretty hysterical. And you had that dry humor with Guy Ritchie, with Jason Statham. You also have Aubrey Plaza, which she's kind of in a new action-esque role. And I think just a pretty good job with this. Hugh Grant, hysterical. Everyone in this movie, Toby Jones is also in it, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, Cary, fantastic cast. I really enjoyed it. It seemed like everyone on this set was having a freaking blast. Because why not? You're going to Doha, Qatar. You're in these different parts. You're in Turkey. You're in London. You're in, I think, France or Rome, if I'm not mistaken. You are in these fun, just location scouting. And I think every actor had a fantastic job. Even Josh Hartnett with that gorgeous Mustang. And with every... There's a hair on my eye. And with all Guy Ritchie movies, I think the dialogue is very witty and very fun. And this is one that he co-wrote with, I think, 2 other people. So it is a win-win in my book as well. Guy Ritchie does a lot of spy movies. You have this. You have a man called, is it a man called Uncle? If I'm not mistaken. The man called Uncle. The man from Uncle. Jeez. Get it right, Chase. So you have that. I guess you have this. You have just this type of movies with his gunplay and just shenanigans will ensue. It's like I said, it's really hard to talk about this movie because it is a spy movie. Have you seen it before? Yes. Have you seen these different characters before? Yes. Do you know what's going to happen? Absolutely. Are there any like twists and turns like, oh shit, that ain't going to happen? No, you kind of see all the twists and turns happening, and it doesn't bother me that I didn't see it coming because through the whole 2 hours, I was having a fun, silly old time. Some negatives, you could say yes. You could say that the story is a total been there, done that, and it is a pretty bubbly ride. And what I mean by that is sometimes you get a nice soda. Let's go with Sprite. You open that Sprite, right? I'm a sucker for Sprite when after playing basketball. That just tastes good. But sometimes you get a lot of caffeinated soda, Sprite, because, there is not a lot of uncaffeinated soda. And sometimes you just get too much bubbles, but sometimes you get the flatness. And you could say that it was on the scale of there's too much bubbles going on, and sometimes it was a little bit too flat. Like there wasn't that like nice little sip of like just coolness of like, ooh, this whole movie is cool. Yeah, there are some cool elements, especially with this awesome Hugh Grant element at the very end with explosions. Like that is where it goes down good. You're like, oh, this is a good Sprite. But other stuff, you're like, oh, that's bubbly fun, or it's a little bit too flat. But if that even makes sense to anyone who is watching this film, even though I just made it up on the spot, maybe I'm going to rewatch it while I do the editing. I'm like, Chase, what the fuck were you saying? But anyway, it's a silly movie, but I am biased. I love me a Guy Ritchie film. It is fun. What else do you want me to say? I went in thinking it was going to be fun. It was fun. I had fun. The end. So Operation Fortune, Ruse de guerre will receive a 4 out of 5 Futon, so it equals at 80%. So see the critics and user scores gave this one. So you have the critics a 51% with 103 of them, audience score 88% with over 100. Here's quick consensus. Operation Fortune can't keep up with the best modern action movies, but it got enough firepower for viewers seeking a few undemanding thrills. Absolutely agree with that. Oh, I forgot about the gun. When you shoot a gun, casings need to come out of the gun. There were some scenes where he had a pistol with a silencer in an elevator. Yes, you see the shell casings coming out. Not shell casings for a shotgun. You know what I mean? Just casings like, pew, pew, pew coming out. Some of the ARs did come out. You heard the sound effects, but you saw nothing come out of the gun. And when Aubrey Plaza was shooting the gun out of the Mustang, nothing was coming out of the gun. There needs to be something that on the side of the gun, the casings, not the shells. The shells are shotguns. The casings need to come out of the gun somewhere. Anyway, 88, 80, 51. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if things Futon. Hope you Futon. Say, watch. Have a great day. And I was thinking that it was not even going to hit 2 million. It did 1.2 on the first day, so I'm kind of shocked. And it did better than, way better for the budget I've seen for this movie, as well as the marketing. So it's not really the biggest win, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to do.